Hello students, today we are going to learn about PN junction diode. So what is PN junction diode? PN junction diode is a two-terminal semiconductor device which is formed by P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor. When P-type semiconductor is joined to the N-type semiconductor, then we get the PN junction diode, which is as shown in this figure. So here the P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductors are joined like this. So the region or the part area where the both surfaces meets are called as a junction part. The P region is rich in the holes and N region is rich in the electrons. Let us learn about the types of semiconductor first. So what is N-type semiconductor? N-type semiconductor is the type of semiconductor which we get by addition of pentavalent impurities. So examples of pentavalent impurities are phosphorus, arsenic and antimony. When such type of impurities are added to the pure crystal of semiconductor, then we get the N-type semiconductor. So here the arsenic is the impurity atom which is shown at the center. This is arsenic, and it forms 4 covalent bonds with the neighboring germanium atoms. This is first one, second, third and fourth one, and the one electron remains extra which is available for conduction process, and this free electron takes part into the constitute of the current. So here each impurity atom donates one extra electron for conduction process. That's why such type of impurities are also called as a donor impurities. Now let us learn about the P-type semiconductor. So the P-type semiconductor is the semiconductor which is formed by addition of trivalent impurities. The examples of trivalent impurities are aluminium, gallium and etc. So here when such type of impurities are added to the pure semiconductor, we get P-type semiconductor. So the impurity atom is shown at the center of the structure, this figure. So gallium atom is shown here. So gallium atom forms 3 covalent bonds, first one, second one and third one with the 3 neighboring silicon or germanium atoms, and one vacancy is left at the fourth covalent bond, and this vacancy is shown like this, and this is called as a hole which is positively charged, and this hole constitutes the current in the P-type semiconductor. So here holes are the majority charge carriers. As these impurity atoms are ready to accept the electron so as to complete their fourth covalent bond, such type of impurity atoms are called as a acceptor impurity atoms. So P-type semiconductor is formed by addition of trivalent impurities. Now let us learn about the N-type semiconductor PN junction diode. So what is depletion region? First one we are going to discuss about depletion region. The depletion region is also called as depletion layer or depletion zone. The combining of electrons and holes depletes the holes in the P region and electrons in the N region near the junction, which is as shown by this diagram. So here we get the depleted immobile ions, negatively charged ions towards P region, whereas positively charged ions, which is as shown by this diagram, towards N region, and this type of immobile negative and positive ions forms the depletion region. This is the depletion region. The width of the depletion region is very small, which is of order of some micrometers. So width is very small, and we get the depleted impurity negative and positive ions due to the movement or diffusion of holes from p region towards the n region, and depletion of or diffusion of the electrons from n region to the p region. Once the depletion region is formed, it resists the further movement of the holes from n region to the holes from p region to the n region, and electrons from n region to the p region. How to bias a p-n junction diode? There are two methods for biasing of a p-n junction diode. So biasing means to connect a p-n junction diode. So here first one is called as a forward biasing, second is called as a reverse biasing. These are the two bias conditions for p-n junction diode. So what is forward bias mode means? When positive terminal of the battery external source is connected to the p region and negative terminal is connected to n region, then the diode is said to be connected in forward bias. Whereas when negative terminal is connected to the p region and positive terminal is connected to n region, then diode is said to be connected in reverse bias combination. So let us learn first about the forward biasing. When voltage is applied across a diode in such a way that the diode allows current and the potential barrier is reduced, the diode is said to be in forward bias mode. So here as shown by this diagram, so p-type semiconductor which is positive is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and n-type semiconductor or n terminal of the diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. Then diode is said to be connected in forward bias mode. So here what happens, due to positively charged holes from p terminal and the positive terminal of the battery, both are like charges, so there is a force of repulsion. So due to this repulsive forces, the holes from p region start moving towards the junction. They start moving towards the junction, towards the depletion region, because of the strong force of repulsion. Similarly, the electrons from n region are also get repelled by the negative terminal of the battery, and therefore they also starts moving towards the junction, and therefore the width of the depletion region get reduced here. Width of the depletion region gets reduced, and therefore the current flow will start due to movement of holes from p region to the n region, and once the hole crosses the junction due to getting the energy from external source, they come to the n region and they get combined with the electrons from n region, and therefore they constitute the flow of current. So what is reverse biasing? When voltage is applied across a diode in such a way that diode prohibits the current, means current flow is not possible in reverse biasing mode, and the barrier potential increases, the diode is said to be reverse biased. So let us learn about the reverse bias. Here positive terminal of the diode is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, and negative terminal, that is n terminal, is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Then diode is said to be connected in reverse bias mode. So here, due to the strong force of attraction between negatively charged terminal of negative terminal of the battery and the positively charged holes from p region, and also the negative electrons from n side and positive terminal of the battery, the electrons and holes start moving away from the junction, and due to that reason what happens, they will start moving away from the junction like this. The movement of the electrons and holes are there, and due to that reason the depletion layer's width get increased. The width of the depletion region gets increased, and which causes the more opposition, and therefore the current flow is not possible in reverse bias mode. Only small amount of flow of current we get due to minority charge carriers. The minority charge carriers are electrons from p region and holes from n region. Due to such minority charge carriers, we get the small amount of flow of current. Then the VI characteristics of PN junction diode can be understood with the help of the following graph. VI characteristics means the graph between current which is taken along y-axis and the voltage which is taken along the x-axis. So here the forward bias characteristics of diode are shown by this graph, first graph, which is in the first quadrant. So here the diode conducts heavily in forward bias mode due to the width of the depletion region as it is get reduced low barrier potential, and once we goes on increasing the forward voltage, the current will goes on increasing like this, and we get the maximum flow of current which is in the milliamperes in case of the PN junction diode. So forward bias characteristics are shown by the graph which is in the first quadrant. Now in the reverse bias mode, what happens? When the diode is reverse biased, the width of the depletion region increases just now as we have discussed. So due to that reason, the current flows due to some minority charge carriers first, and this minority charge carriers current is very small, which is of the order of microampere for germanium diode and silicon diode for in terms of nanoamperes. Okay, so this small amount of current is constant. Even though we are increasing the voltage, the current is not increasing, so it is remaining constant, and therefore it is called as a reverse saturation current. After a particular value of voltage, reverse saturation voltage, reverse voltage, the current increases suddenly, which is shown by this breakdown voltage, and here the current increases suddenly due to the breakdown of the diode. So what are the points to remember in case of forward bias? No current flows until the barrier voltage is overcome. It is 0.3 volt for germanium and it is 0.7 volt for silicon diode. Then the curve has linear rise and current increase with the increased forward voltage. Above 3 volt, the majority charge carriers passing through the junction gain sufficient energy to knock out the electrons. Therefore, the forward current increases sharply. This is for forward bias mode. Then in case of reverse bias, the junction resistance potential barrier increases when the reverse voltage is increased beyond a value called as a breakdown voltage. Reverse current increased sharply. Above 25 reverse voltage destroys the junction permanently. Breakdown occurs and therefore the diode may get damaged. So what are the advantages of PN junction diode? No filament is necessary, occupies lesser space, it's very small, and it has long life, and it is also very cheap. So these are the advantages of PN junction diode. Thank you, students.